Hey, what's up, guys? Lighter crowd so far today, huh? I guess I am streaming a little bit earlier than usual. People are probably eating dinner. It's about 6:30 here on Sunday here in New York. Hope you guys have been enjoying your weekend so far. I'm gonna give it a minute here, see if we get some more. See if we can get some more people. Ah, there's the webcam. Yes, we are gonna play some trains in a minute. Looks like we have 11 people right now, and that's about it. I think I might do a tweet. Let people know that I'm streaming. How do I do the cinematic scenes? I just, there's really nothing special about it. I just kind of just shoot it very carefully, very slowly. Just with the camera that's built in. Ah, Josh BNSF. Yes, I do remember you. I'm doing all right today. Haven't been feeling too well lately, so I don't know how long this stream is gonna go for. I don't know if it's my allergies or what, but yeah, I haven't been feeling too well. Not sure what you're asking, GWR. I pretty much just, I'll show you. I mean, let's switch over into trains. Game capture. Let's transition over. There we go. Let me switch over myself. Yeah, I probably could use a little bit of Claritin or something like that. Basically, if you want smooth shots, if you hold down shift when you're manipulating the camera, it's much smoother. Like this, I'm holding shift right now, and now I let go of shift. So if you hold down shift, it keeps it a little bit smoother. And then basically I just kind of move like this, so you can kind of get like a nice tracking shot just like that. It would be cool to get a mod of some kind to do some kind of flybys or something like that. It's a little bit smoother, because the only problem with doing this is if you encounter like a hill, you're gonna move with the hill. So if I'm like over here, like you'll see the camera dip a little bit and move around. So you have to be careful with where you drag the mouse cursor, just to keep it kind of smooth. So let's see. I don't really have too much of a plan for this episode here. Oh, did I turn the music down? Is that too loud? Let me see where I'm at here. Pretty loud for me. It's where it was last time. Strong cameras. There's a mod for that. Okay, I'll have to check that out. John Riso, hello. How's it going? Okay, so the first thing I want to do here, this is what we were working on last time. I figure we'll do some work here on Mill Creek and PBS once again, maybe do some work in a few other areas. I am kind of currently in the middle of recording an episode, so there's some stuff that I'm not gonna fly around near, like Vonnie. The next episode is gonna be in Vonnie, so, and the episode is like half recorded, so I'm not gonna go over there today, but we'll do some work over here. Yeah, 21 viewers right now. Not as great as the 80 or something like that I had last time. But that's okay. Like I said, I'm sure people are out and about. We'll get some more as time goes by, I believe. So let's see. First thing I want to do here is get rid of this fence and swap this out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move my webcam real quick. Let's just, oops. Webcam. Let's move it down to the bottom. There we go. I want to change out this fence because I don't think that, like, on a country road and, like, a piece of property like this, you'd have this kind of industrial-looking barbed wire fence. So I think I found a fence, and I saved it in a pick list that I thought looked good. Is it this one? I want more of, like, a country barbed wire, you know, sort of fence looking like that. So maybe we'll use that. This is a wooden fence. We're not going to use that. What about this one? This one's kind of cool, but maybe not for that. That's for like a farm. I think maybe we'll try... Oh, and this time I have Content Manager open in another window, so if I need to download anything, I'll actually be able to do that this time. Yeah, I'm gonna try to live stream a little bit sooner for you UK guys, and I've got a couple fans in like New Zealand and stuff too that I'd like to be able to broadcast for. But the problem is that during the summertime, I'm usually out during the daytime, and I'm not really much of a morning person. I really hate mornings, and I sound terrible in the morning, so I don't know if I'd be able to get up and do a stream in the morning. So that might be difficult, but I will try to do some earlier streams for you European folks. This is about the earliest that I was able to do it today. I went for a walk earlier. It was a beautiful day. It looks like it's going to rain outside now, but it was a beautiful day here in Western New York. I wanted to get outside for a little bit. I did some other chores too. My wife is out of town. Oh yeah, I think we're going to use this one. My wife is out of town right now. She's camping with her family. So, I've been just trying to, like, catch up on doing other things that normally, you know, I wouldn't be able to do while she's here. Trains is one of them. Not because she doesn't let me do it, but just because usually we're doing stuff together, or, mostly because we're usually doing stuff together. Exploring the city and going to the park, barbecuing, whatever else. Since she's not here, I'm not doing any of that. I've just been playing a lot of video games and doing, catching up on some chores that I've been meaning to do too. So, that's that. Let's bring this guy over here. Straighten him out, and then disconnect right there. But now, finally, I'm starting to get settled down enough that, I'm starting to get into a routine again. Or I'm starting to find my routine, I guess you could say. Which means that I could start producing videos again on the regular and focus on some of the other stuff that I want to be doing. I've got a few other builds that I want to do and some tutorials and stuff. I told you guys like months ago that the next tutorial I was going to do was going to be on signals, and then I moved, and then I just haven't had the time to actually do that yet. So the next tutorial will probably be on signals. And I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. P&B episode this Friday. I'm going to try to have it. I'm almost done recording it, so another P&B episode on Friday. And then I'm going to start a couple of new series probably this August, will probably be about the time that I will have found my routine fully and be able to actually focus on that sort of thing. Foospack Gaming is from New Zealand. Man, it must be, what, like... Is it like 6 in the morning there? The thumbnail is wrong on the stream. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? Can I change that while I'm streaming? Michigan Rail Productions, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, I like this fence a lot better, and I think I'm gonna leave the barbed wire fence over here because this is kind of like going into the woods. So that's cool. I'm liking that. It's 10 a.m. in New Zealand. Man, you're in the future. It's already Monday morning. That's kind of depressing. I'm not ready for Monday morning. I want it to stay the weekend. I wish I was on summer break or something like that. Let me see really quick if I could change that thumbnail while I'm streaming. Let me leave you with at least a halfway decent scene to stare at for the next 30 seconds. Leave you with these beautiful engines. Let's see, we go over here. Change thumbnail. All right, I think I have it updated now. What's up, Michael Bob? YouTube didn't alert you, but you still made it. How'd you know? All right, so one thing that I need to start doing is updating some of this old content that I've been using. So like this track, for example. These trees, for example, I've been using, which you'll see in the next P&B episode, the actual next episode, is I started using some of these trees, which I think look really nice. STRMM. I'd have to look up who the actual content creator is. Oh man, am I having this issue now? So now it's not letting me... It's glitching. So the game is not letting me place objects right now or really do anything. All right, I have to exit Surveyor for a second and then do this all over again. Yes. Ah, this game has just got some weird glitches sometimes, man. Go back to this. Let's try this again. So what I was saying was that I started using some of these new trees. STRMM. There we go. So some of them are pretty nice. The thing with these speed trees that I think is kind of weird is sometimes they look a little blotchy. Like this tree on the left here looks a little bit like lumpy. Or I don't know. I don't know if that's the right term. But it looks like a bunch of cotton candy or something like that. This guy on the right looks really nice. I like the shading and the highlights, and it's not moving around too much. So I like that. So I'm gonna be replacing some of these old trees that I've been using in the foreground with some of these. And the other thing that I want to start doing is replacing this track. So let's see. I just downloaded, I actually had all of this jointed rail track. And the thing that has been kind of holding me back from replacing all this track is that there's such a variety of the track that I'm using. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that. So this track, a lot of you ask me what track this is. This is it here. Original D gray wood, D old clear. I'm not even sure if it's still on the download station at this point. It is from a long time ago. You can see the CUID numbers in the bottom right if you want to look it up. But there was such a good variety of this track. Like, if you're looking at this stuff here, now this is track from like Trains 2006, so it was really good back then. But obviously now it doesn't really compare. But the variety is nice because there's rusted track, partially rusted track, really rusted track, overgrown track. You can see just the variety here, 3 different types of old track. And some of them go down into rustiness. This is really terrible. I don't like that one. This is just the track bed. And then it has the newer stuff too. Actually, this is another old one. So there's a pretty good variety of this kind of old worn out track. And this is the clear. So I used a lot of this because I wanted to have like this look of like a lesser used sort of partially abandoned short line railroad. And you know, that's the look that I've achieved. But if we look at the new track that is available for us to use here in Trains: A New Era, it's pretty insane the level of detail that is in here. So maybe this would be like a comparison to this mainline track here. Is probably pretty close. But I mean, you can get right in. Let me zoom in even more. You can get right in and see the ties are like sticking up. They're 3D off of the ballast. I think there's even better track too. What was the one I was looking at before? There's the jointed rail one. I think it's just called jointed rail. These do have a pretty good variety, actually. This is probably from the Burlington Northern Legacy route, I think. Hey, what's up, Norfolk Southern 37? Welcome. 35 people. We're up to 35. That's good. We're doing good. I knew we would slowly pick people up. Where is the one that I'm looking for? Dirty Weathered? So yeah, so what I need to do anyway is try to find adequate replacements for this old track that I'm using. And something that matches, because I don't want it to be too different from... I can't even see that one. I don't want it to be too different from what I've been using. That, and then I don't want to have to change all the ballast color and all that kind of stuff too, so... let's see, what is this? Yeah, I don't know. I think these darker gray ones are pretty good. So I'm going to have to start replacing some of this stuff. Number 132, jointed rail. Look that up. Yes, that is the one. That is the one that I was thinking about. By the way, I do have Skype open. If there's any issues with anything, Boeing or anybody else who has me on Skype can shoot me a Skype. I'm not going to really be able to read it, but if there's any errors or anything like that, or you want to shoot me a KUID thingy-majiggy. Yeah, this track is crazy. I mean, the ties there are just... it's just crazy, the amount of detail. So yeah, there's... What I'm trying to say is that there is some seriously much more detailed track that I can add to this game. To this map, rather. All right, let's see. So, do I want to do that now? I guess why not? Let's let us take a look at a few and just see. Man, my nose is itchy today. So let's see. Let's look for an adequate replacement for this mainline track, which I think I said was going to be this one. Looks pretty good. We got the dirty variety as well. I think that's like the ties look a little bit more dusty. And then we've got this one, which is kind of a little bit of both. Hey, Rails of the World, you made it. I think if there's more on JR's site, I must have missed it, because I just went on there before this stream and downloaded all the track that I saw. So maybe it was on another page. But whatever. This is what we're gonna try. So let's do a bulk replacement update asset replacement. Which one was this? Why are you not highlighting? Okay, gray, asset replace with. And then we gotta clear that. And then take this. And then we'll just do it on this section. Ah, I think that looks pretty good. I think this is cool. I wish this was a procedural track too, man. That would be nice. I'm waiting for some good procedural track, but I have some issues with procedural track. I don't know if it's my graphics card or what, but or maybe everybody has this issue. It just, if I zoom out, like if I was like this far away, these turnouts would be like straight up angled polygons, and it just looks awful. So I don't know if that's just my video card or the settings that I'm using, but I don't know. The procedural track is just not that great. All right, so let's see. Let's see, what could we do for this other one? Clear, rusty. Oh no, this is, I'm back to the old stuff. All right, let's see, what are the other options here? Weathered. We could use that for these sidings here instead of this kind of like overgrown looking stuff. Or we could use the 132. But the 132 looks more like mainline. It's pretty clean. I don't like that. Also, this 132 is like way more detailed than this stuff, but I like the rail joints too. Let's see what that looks like on the main, and then maybe this stuff for the sidings. So let's open up the bulk asset replace again, and that's this one. Let's try that, and then we'll grab this. And we're gonna do current section only. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Now the only thing that I don't like about this is that it's very low. It like the ballast is like barely there. Like this is raised up a bit at least. That's a tough call. What do you guys think? Let me check at the chat. What's your opinions? What's up? It's Unreal. Oh man, I cannot talk today. Wet the palate a little bit. Drinking a delicious cranberry lime seltzer this evening. Yeah, I know I could raise the 132, but it's oh, Catherine Mobley made it. Hey. I don't want to have... This route is enormous. I don't want to have to go through and adjust the track height across everything on all the work that I've done, because then I'm not going to really make any progress getting any further with it. So... the 100 track. I did download this stuff too. See, there's so many different types of track. It's really difficult to keep track of the track. Ooh, okay. You know what? This 100 track looks... It's low, so I might have to raise it. But this is nice and dusty and dirty. That's got no ballast. That's cool. Um, Let's see. This is actually pretty nice. I thought I removed this song. It's just a sting. It's like an intro. It's all right. All right, I'm gonna see what this. I think I really like this track. Is there like a cleaner option that I could use? Clean, old, no ballast. This is like, I get so hung up on picking out track. I think we're gonna use this. Oh, I don't want to delete that yet though. I am really, really particular about track. This. All right. So it might need to be raised up in some areas, but I think I'm willing to give it a shot. Yeah. That is P&B worthy, I think. We got the rail joints. We got some uneven tie spacing. I think we're doing good. I think we're going to keep that. $39 people. All right. Doing good. We're doing good. Not that this is a contest, but I don't want to be just like talking to myself, even though I am just talking to myself. This whole YouTube thing is kind of a weird thing sometimes. So I do like this track though. Man, I don't know. I'm really stuck now, guys. What is this? Oop, I didn't want to delete it. Let me just do a side by side. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 100. I'm sticking with the 100. Gotta make the Pepsi run. Get some Crystal Pepsi while you're out. Bring me a bottle. I haven't had Crystal Pepsi since I left New York City. I'm dying. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna stick with that, and then let's see what this. Let's find one for the sidings. Not the 100 stuff. This guy looks like he might be a good fit to replace this track down here. Oh, what's up, Tyler? Have fun shopping with your mom. Terry Bolden, what's up, dude? Welcome. Glad you can make it. All right, so let's do. We're gonna replace it with this. So let's see what this looks like. Bulk. Grab that, and then we're gonna go replace this one, and we're gonna do it just here again. Yeah. All right. That's cool. I'm still a little concerned about it being so close to the ground, but I can adapt some stuff. I can make it work. I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about it. Crystal Pepsi, they did a re-release last summer, and it was a limited run, but you could still find it in some like backyard gas stations and bodegas and stuff. I really didn't really like it, but I kind of really like the novelty of it. It's kind of weird. It was good, but it was almost a little bit too syrupy sometimes. But I did enjoy it. It was kind of funny, actually. I had a hard time finding it in New York City, and I put up a post on my Facebook, and I was just like, hey, has anybody actually been able to find Crystal Pepsi here in New York? And one of my friends who I hadn't seen, one of my childhood friends who I hadn't seen since like elementary school, messaged me, and she's like, hey, I found Crystal Pepsi at this bodega on 7th Avenue. I bought every bottle. They're in a bag behind the counter. Go talk to the guy the guy there, his name is Fred or something like that. Tell him your name, and there's some Crystal Pepsi for you. And sure enough, I go there on my way to work, stop at this little bodega on 7th Avenue, and there's a bag with like a dozen Crystal Pepsis in it for me. It was just hilarious because I haven't seen this person in a million years. Oh, this smoke is killing me. Go away. Shouldn't be doing this here. All right, I need to find an adequate replacement for this siding now too. So this kind of overgrown track. Yeah, I could probably get away with this, but let's see if there's any other variations that are a little bit more dirty. What is this one called? Rust old, clean new. I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's probably not one that's much more dirty. This is darker. That might be good underneath. Yeah, this might be really nice under the tipples over here, where it's kind of like, yeah. Let's see. Delete that. Grab this. Yeah, that's gonna be nice there, where there's like some coal spillage. That's neat. All right, and I think we're gonna replace the other track with this stuff here. We'll try it. We'll see. If we don't like it, we could just revert it. So let's grab this. Update. And we will use this one. This is something that Bill M did in the original P&B. He used a lot of different types of track for different sidings and stuff like that. And his version, when he built it, was really... Oh... Undo. Was really like... what's the word? Kind of rustic, rural, beat up, kind of... Everything was just like that. And I wanted to preserve that because I liked that look of this sort of like lesser used train tracks and stuff like that. I think that's pretty neat. So I tried doing the best I could with that. I think this is gonna work. These seem to blend pretty decently. So I think the only thing that I hate about these, and I wish there was a way to fix it without there being like, you know, procedural track, is the ties that kind of overlap like that. And you could kind of sit there and play with the spline placement and adjust it a little tiny bit, but I'm not gonna, I don't know. It doesn't annoy me enough that I'm gonna take the time to do that with every junction that I create, because there's a lot of junctions. I will take the time and add frogs though at some point. So that's a thing that I'm gonna have to do. Shoto equals elevated 132. Yeah, the Yarnish roads are pretty nice too. I like the Shoto roads, and the ones that Jointed Rail made also are pretty nice. Alright, so it looks like we have to replace over here as well. I don't want to do this over the whole route. Just yet, because I want to make sure that it's actually going to work and not look like garbage. We're going to take this, and we're going to take this. This should be an eyedropper right here. Oh, it is an eyedropper. I don't know. What is this? Gravel dirt. Assets to update. No. This should be an eyedropper right here that you can just like click the things that you want to replace. We're gonna go in current section only, and then we're gonna make sure we move over here, begin. Cool, and then we're gonna do the same with this. Wait, what do I have here? That's replace, and then we're gonna use this is our new track. And I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? Or did I not? Why is this random? Oh my god. This is like, I'm stuck again here. It's not cooperating. Oh my goodness. I can't, I'm clicking right now to delete this piece of track. It's not doing anything. Deleted that. Go back. Are you, is this track not real? I can't. What are you? Why is this not working? Can I move? I can move that. This has got to be, this is like such a buggy game right now. Well, yeah, I mean, you should raise the terrain underneath your track and your roads anyway, at least a little tiny bit, because for the most part, I gotta get rid of this. Not everything is built flat on the ground. Usually everything is the track bed and roads are, what is going on? Are raised up a little tiny bit for drainage purposes, so that when it rains, the water doesn't just pool right up on onto everything. Can I delete this piece? This junction is just not real. This is like not... I can't do anything. All right, I guess we're not gonna update that piece there because it doesn't want to. Delta Gaming, welcome. Well, yeah, I noticed that. Now I have the track selected there. So let's get rid of this track. Alrighty. Let's see how far this went. Because I want to work on this section. I want to get this main line, branch line track put together. Oh yeah, it could be the train on the tracks. That's a good point. No. Well, maybe. Yeah, you might be right, Jaden. What am I doing? Hold on, I hear people. People just moved in next door. Oh, whatever. Just wanted to make sure people weren't, like, in my house. Alright, let's try this now. Ah, there we go. Genius. Perfect. Okay, that's what it was. Alright, so do you guys know, is there any way to get these health bars off the top of this? This is like, why? Why do I have to see this? I can see that it's loaded. People talking right outside my window. Alright, so we're gonna replace this stuff. Oh yeah, this is the other track that I was using a while ago. This Rail HD version 6 3 meter. This came out, this is kind of like European looking. But I think this came out in, like, with trains 2010 or 2012 or something like that. It's nice. It was good for the time. Got the job done. You guys are funny. What am I doing here? What am I doing anywhere in this section? Kablam! Perfect. Alright, so what I need to do is try to make this look a little bit better. And we kind of touched on this in the last PNB live stream. Trying to texture up this cliffside. And really part of the problem with the way that this game works is that these textures... Hey, come on. These textures are designed to be viewed flat. So, for example, I mean, that's not the best texture, but it's made to be viewed two-dimensionally on a flat surface like that. And this game, when you go to put a texture on something that's vertical, it stretches out that texture. So it skews everything. So actually trying to get a decent cliffside texture is extremely difficult because no matter what you do, it's going to be stretched out. So you can see the difference there. So I wonder, you know, I've never tried it, but I wonder if there's a way to make a ground texture that looks good stretched out like this, but not flat. Like you kind of go into Photoshop and skew it into such a way that it works. Like when you go to put it on the cliffside. You guys are crazy. In a land ruled by smoking houses lives the evil P&B coal hoppers. I love it. So anyway, I think in order to get sort of like this effect properly, you either have to have a not such a steep cliff, or you have to use these rocks. And I don't even know how many rocks I have. So yeah, I've only got like less than 10 here. And I'm not sure if anybody has made like a placeable asset that's like a rock face. Like sort of like if you were building a model railroad, let's say, and you were doing a cliff face, you would use a mold of some kind and fill it with plaster and then kind of glue it to the side of a piece of styrofoam, and that would be your rock face, and then you blend it in with your scenery and stuff like that. So I wonder if anybody has made anything out there that's a rock, you know, like this is a rock, but it's, you know, for a cliffside that you can kind of just stick on the side of the mountain. There are some on the download station, huh? Let me take a peek really quick and see what I can find. Yeah, there's a lot listed on here. I don't know if they're any good though. Look, I'm just gonna kind of skim through a few of them. Maybe I'll download a couple just to see. Yeah, they all say obsolete. Let's see. I'll just get a couple of these just to take a look. All right. All right. Where's the one that I just downloaded? Rocks. I just downloaded rock face. You know what? Let me just do installed today because that's probably the easiest way. Nothing. Come on. Is it just not? It's not going to refresh, is it? Rick face. Not Rick face. That sounds like that would be some kind of like villain, evil villain in like a B movie with Kurt Russell. All right, so that's not gonna work. So apparently I can't download things from the download station and leave this open at the same time. So you need to reload the game. I thought you could download stuff and just have it like ready to rock, like right in your list. I didn't know you had to reload the game. Did that change with SP2? Alright, so I think what I'm gonna try to do is just even this out a little tiny bit. It actually doesn't look too terrible. Let me get up in here. Doesn't look too terrible, but it could be better. What I do want to do is, let's bring this down a little bit. I want this track to be a little bit more on a fill. How am I going to do that? Let's bring this down, bring this up too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the level tool and just drop it down just a bit to bring in the terrain a little bit closer to the tracks, and then I'll use the leveling tool from in the tracks in the track menu to fix that. So let's see. This is kind of cool with the ballast, that it actually does go kind of deep. So when you do have areas that pop out a little bit, it looks a little bit more realistic. Oh, maybe it was a spline. I hope not. Ah, it is a spline, you're right. Let's just take a look. The fact that this is a spline makes me a little bit more nervous. Yeah, this is terrible. Definitely not gonna work. What about this one? That one's got a little bit more texture to it. The thing with these splines is that there's no... They just repeat over and over again. See, there's no randomness to it. So it just looks like it's copied and pasted over and over again. That's I'm not knocking the asset creator. I mean, I can't do any of that stuff myself. So I'm sure it's very challenging. It's not easy to do, but just saying it's that is just why I would not use it myself. Yeah, I would love to look up some more stuff right now, but I don't want to just leave you guys hanging. This is a building live stream, not stare at the screen while I surf through thousands of assets on the download station. Because that would be boring. Nobody likes doing that. I don't like doing that. What I wish the download station was a little bit more... I've said this in so many videos too. A little bit more user-friendly in the sense that just kind of like how the Steam... what am I trying to say here? Like when you try to download assets for like City Skylines or something like that, it's kind of like regulated, I guess, for the most part. Like you have to have a certain screenshot, you have to have certain information and that sort of thing to actually be in the asset, and it makes searching for the assets a lot easier, and a lot more consistent. Whereas in the train's download station, everybody has their own way of naming things and that sort of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, one thing that works for one person is not something that's going to work for everybody else. And then it just leads to, you know, situations where, for example, you know, go into your assets for your rolling stock and look at how some of these things are labeled. So right now we've got Great Northern, F7A, F7B, but I bet you I could probably go up to the F section and find F7A, F7B, and then the name of the railroad. So, you know, not everything is consistent. Some 50-foot boxcars are up here, and then some are under boxcar 50-foot. So it'd be nice if there was sort of like a standard... Here, see? BN, 50-foot. You know, it'd be nice if there was some kind of a standard way that everybody could kind of get on the same page and be like, all right, we're going to call it 50-foot boxcar, you know, whatever, in the railroad name or however it's going to go. Do I like this ballast color? Looking at this now, is this the same? Did I change my track? Now I'm looking at the ballast color. I really like a more gray, and this is kind of like got some pink hues to it. I just don't know if this ballast color fits the region. Like you kind of end up with more of this pink ballast in the like in the Midwest and out west. And out here in the east, we have a lot of, I guess it's granite. Is it granite? So it's got more of a grayish color, lighter gray color. I guess we'll just, oh man, I'm gonna get hung up on this now. Too easily distracted with this. I'm looking at the chat here. So I mean the Steam Workshop. What did I say? Did I say something else? Okie doke. All right, so I don't know about this ballast color. Is there another? See, now this is... I'm gonna get stuck on this now. Uh-oh. What happened here? Why are we frozen? Houston, we have a problem. Another problem. I cannot move. Oh, man. What is the problem? Stuck. Oh, there we go. Just took a second to catch up. I don't know what that was. That's what I used over by the coal tipples. All right, we're just gonna stick with it. I gotta stick with it. Now let's see if I use this leveling tool. How much is that gonna? It brings it right up underneath like that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Because now that means that if I want to have this graded like a little bit, I gotta do it manually. And that tends to be extremely time consuming. Let me turn up the sensitivity here so this isn't so slow. Gonna be tough to avoid floating track, I think. Yeah, I don't know about this. Now I'm starting to have some second thoughts about this track. What do we do? What do we do? Oops. I'm stuck, guys. I'm stuck. I'm not sure what to do here. I guess for the sake... Oh, man. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. We're gonna keep it. I will keep it and just work it. Make it work. We will make it work. All right, so then we need to do some texturing. Find the ballast that I use. try this. And then we're gonna work our way into some scenic-ing. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I gotta find some fresh music, man. I've been trying to download some stuff, but all I've been getting my music from is from the YouTube creator, whatever, creator studio, because that I know I can get away with not having to credit the musicians. Not that I don't want to credit the musicians, but it's just kind of a pain when you're doing a live stream. Or really anything that you're gonna do, use more than one song for. So I try to find the stuff that is attribution not required, to not have to worry about that. But I gotta sneeze. Oh, went away. Oh, it's awful. Oh, I hate when that happens. But yeah, I gotta get some more music. This sort of like techno stuff is okay, but I'd like to get some more rock. It's more like, yeah, rock and roll would be good. All right, we're getting someplace now. Let's work our way back over here and do some scenic-ing. I'm gonna probably just do a little bit of copying and pasting where I can. This might be good. And somebody told me, and I'm sorry that I forgot which one of you it was, that if you press and hold, oh, I gotta turn the terrain off, you can get a preview of what you're gonna place. But as soon as you release your mouse button, then it places it. But it at least gives you kind of an idea of what you're gonna put, so you can kind of eyeball it a little bit better, which is super, super handy, super helpful. This is pretty steep. I don't know how realistic that is. Yeah, that's all right. So we'll do that. And then we gotta do some stuff over here. Place a few of these guys on the steep cliffside or mountainside, which is nice. I'm not gonna use any of the speed trees through here because it's not necessary. I kind of like to stick with them for like close-up sort of stuff. So we're gonna keep these billboard trees for now. I don't want you anymore. And now we gotta go through and adjust some of the grass and stuff like that so that it's not floating in some places. And spread it out a little tiny bit, which would be nice. These big patches of grass are floating, so I'm gonna have to either move them or delete them. And I think there's some grass splines that I could use. I might just avoid it though. Fill this in a little tiny bit. I really am not a big fan of doing what I'm doing right now. This sort of like mainline work. I would much rather be doing like detailing like a real scene in like a downtown area or something like that. This is just like, I don't know, this is boring. I also don't like mainline railroading. Like when I'm playing this game, I'd rather be doing switching in a yard or doing some kind of local industry switching. I'm not, well, the mainline kind of bores me, so Yeah, Trainman, I saw your Skype pop up. I will check it in a moment. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I don't really enjoy, but I have to do it because otherwise this is never gonna get done. And I would like to get this finished so that I can get it out to you and move on to the next project, or the next section of this project at the very least. Because the next section is gonna have a lot more of that kind of stuff, like industries and downtown areas. Allegheny Yard is gonna be ridiculous because it's right in like a downtown area is the way that I'm gonna build it, which is really kind of concerning, but because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I have to add in there. But I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to do like kind of a big city scene. Would be cool. Spread some of this out. We got to do a little bit of texturing. And we'll turn this up a little tiny bit. Yeah, I really wanted to get this route out to you guys by now, but everything has just been so slow. I wasn't really anticipating moving this year. And that really kind of threw a whole monkey wrench into a whole lot of stuff, not just these YouTube videos and this map. Just like in regular life, I am terribly behind on so much stuff. It's really kind of stressful, to be honest with you. Because I also, aside from my normal job, and aside from doing this, I do work as a photographer. I have my own business doing photography, and with my wife. And I just shot a wedding back in the beginning of June, and I haven't had the chance to like begin editing it yet. And I've got something like 2,000 photos that I have to go through and sort and edit and whatever else. So there's a lot of work involved in that. And then I've got another wedding coming up in September, and then one in October. I don't really do a whole lot of them anymore, but mostly because they are just such a tremendous amount of work that goes into it. A lot of it's more post-production work. Just all of the editing afterwards and sorting all the photos or video or whatever is just a lot of work. That, and it's a lot of space on my hard drive. It's a lot of like doing businessy stuff with people, which is not my favorite thing to do. I don't like negotiating prices and doing all that kind of stuff. Trying to explain to people why I charge what I charge, and nobody ever gets it. Everybody wants photography for free. So it's like a headache. So I don't really do that too much, but when I do, it's kind of ends up screwing me up. But anyway, yeah, so everything, this move kind of really threw me off, and I'm behind on that. I'm behind on like just personal chores and stuff like that. I haven't been able to work out. I haven't been able to like really take care of myself, and up until just about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was still pretty much eating like pre-cooked meals, or stuff that I could pick up really quick and throw together really quickly, which isn't exactly the healthiest thing that you can eat. Usually my wife and I we cook together, and we usually make some pretty healthy dishes for the most part. She's a health nut, so I can't I can't cook like a bachelor like I used to, but yeah, we've both just been so tied up with trying to get into a routine, and then getting the house set up and stuff like that, and starting new jobs in this new area, that we're both just behind on all that stuff. We just feel like crap all the time. It's really no fun at all. But we're getting there, settling down finally, which is great. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a save before this game crashes on me, because that does happen. The trees that I'm using, I think, are all JVC trees. The billboard trees. Yeah, so these are all JVC trees. These pine trees are also JVC trees. Yep. And then the new trees that I'm going to start using are this. Like, why is this named like this? Like, how am I supposed to know what any of this is? This is absurd. STRMM dub 6 27 18 30 meters. It's like, come on, couldn't you just put oak? Birch, something like that. But anyway, these are really nice. They did a really nice job. Aside from their naming system, they did a very nice job creating them. This is the Kuid right down here in the bottom right, if you're wondering. All right, what am I doing here? Let's add some more grasses. And I think I'm gonna need some shrubbery. Get in close and take a peek. This is looking pretty good. I feel like something's missing here from the right of way, and I really can't put my finger on it, what it is. That rock looks like it's floating. Yep, definitely was floating. Yeah, aside from the cliff side. Let me take a peek at this Skype really quick that you guys sent me. All right, I'll have to. I'm gonna have to revisit the those cliff textures and stuff like that another day. 'Cause I don't really want to take the time to just be hanging out on the content manager, bore you guys. So I'm gonna just try to get some scenery done around here. This track is also floating. So I think I'm just going to use the leveling tool to just get a gentle kind of thing going here. What am I missing along this? Why does this main line look blank, bare? Well, let's see. We need track speed sign, track side grass. Yeah, I gotta add some more grasses. Let's see what this. Let's look at some grassy splines here. Maybe we can kind of work some of this in. It's too thick. It's too dense, I think. Let's try just hand placing it. It's not too bad. I wish there was like an in-between. Like a little bit bigger but sparse sort of spline. Oh wait, what's the other one on here? No. We'll just have to kind of mix it with some other stuff, I think. The problem with not using the splines is that some of this just floats. Because it kind of lines itself up with the highest point nearby, so just drop some of that down a little tiny bit. So I can't use like the grass that I usually use, this JVC 346 and 347 is huge, but like if I put it down, it floats. So I gotta come in and tweak it a little bit. But you know what? Pushing it underground a little tiny bit adds a little bit more variety to it, so it doesn't... You notice it less that I'm reusing the same couple of grass assets over and over and over again. Which I think is perfectly acceptable. I should go through and find some other variety at some point, but I'm not really too concerned about it. Yeah, the speed trees are frame killers. If you do not have a really robust machine, they will just wreak havoc on your route. And that is why I'm only going to use them sparingly. That looks cool. All right, we're getting somewhere. I will only use them sparingly because of exactly that reason. If you don't use too many of them, you're reducing the risk. You're still getting the look, but you're reducing the risk of just completely destroying your frame rates. All right, we'll just mix this up a little bit, and then I'm going to do a copy and paste. I think I need to do maybe a little bit of ground texturing. Just add a little bit of this. Not that much. Just to get a little bit of dirt in here. And then let's add some more green grass again. And then let's add some brown vegetation as well. Vegetation, grassy D. Grassy 2D. I think the brown texture stuff is just as important to mix in as the green stuff. Are you guys hearing my my Skype thing go off? I bet you are, aren't you? I guess as long as you don't see it, it's not too bad. So let's see, we can blend in some of this brown stuff. And then, let's see, add some over here. Yeah, it's looking cool. Let's move it a little bit closer together. Cool, cool. And then, what else do I want to... Let's add a couple spruces. I'm going to put my Skype on Do Not Disturb so it stops the alerts. There we go. So we need to add some pines. I like my pines. And we're just gonna have a couple different, few different heights. I really like these pines. They're old. They came out a long time ago. I was using these in like Trains 2009 or 2010 or something like that, but they look really good. And I'm not even mad that they don't move like speed trees, because they're not speed trees, but like look at the detail in this. You get right up in here. Like you could see needles on there. It's crazy. So I really like those. I try to use them as much as I can, even though there's not a whole lot of pine trees in Pennsylvania technically. But I don't care. This is my route. But yeah, so let's see. I should add some speed markers as well and some trackside signs. Let's copy and paste this a little bit and see what we end up with. Oh, I'm gonna have to. You know what? Before I do that, let me add another. Let me add a speed tree. Let's do it. Which one do I like? You're nice. Good. Put you over here. And maybe... He looks a little bit rubbery, kind of like blowing in the wind, but... yeah, we'll take him out. Alright, so we're going to copy and paste this. And then let's see how it looks. Kind of like strewn about in here a little bit. Let's undo that. Oh, here comes the rain. I might have to shut my window. It's so hot in here, though. I don't want to close it. If it gets really annoying, then I'll shut the window. I don't know how much you guys can hear it, but I can hear it in my monitor. Alright, that's cool. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's move that over there. Let's move this guy over here. Let's move this guy over here. Just dosey-dose some stuff just to mix it up. Alright, this is starting to feel a little bit better. Let's paste one over here as well. It's nice. And then we're gonna do a little of this. Just retexture it in to blend it. Alright, that's cool. Cool. This is starting to feel a little bit better. Alright, so let's take a break from working on this section and let me take a peek at the chat, and then we're gonna move on to doing something else, I think. So let's see. We've got a couple options here. Man, I have so much of this to do. It's gotta get done. Just has to get done. Once I get into the flow of it, it'll go quickly. This is so many miles of this track here. I have to do. All right, so let's go up. And I'm gonna have to relog again. Oh no, maybe not. Do I want to do this area? Or do I want to do Juniata? Let's see if everything generates in here. Looks good. I think maybe we could do... I think some stuff is missing here. I think we can do some work maybe over here. My wife is texting me pictures of dogs. Her parents' dogs. They're camping. They're all wrapped up in blankets and stuff. It's really cute. Alright, so what do I need to do over here? What do we need to do? Well, I need to get rid of these yarn roads, since they're all broken. So we'll do that, and I think we could do some detailing on some of these buildings, maybe throw some tractor trailers down and stuff like that. And just kind of polish up the area a little tiny bit, because that does need to get done. I will eventually have to do some work over here, and I'm thinking it'll probably be in a video, not a live stream, but I think I'm going to put a station over here, like an Amtrak station. Or maybe it'll be down here. I haven't really decided where I'm going to put it, but obviously this all needs to get done as well. So I'll have to do some work on that. That'll probably be that might be some live stream stuff. I don't know. So let's come over here. Let's do a save, and then we'll get to work over here. All right. Let's start over here. You did a pretty nice job. I did this a long time ago, doing some of this detail stuff, and it actually is holding up pretty decently. So let's add a couple of tractor trailers and stuff over here. Oh, these pick lists, man. Gotta find all my trailers again. Actually, I have a few parked that I could just kind of pluck and add to the pick list a little bit. Start with that, since these pick lists seem to just decide to disappear whenever they want. Aha, Biskelhausen, hello. Welcome to the stream. Passenger operations, yes, there will be, the original map didn't have any passenger operations, so I'm gonna add it in. I was just saying that I'm gonna add an Amtrak station over here, and maybe some local, kind of commuter traffic. I left this end of the map unfinished and opened, to eventually maybe build out to, do some kind of commuter work. Like this rail yard here is modeled after one just north of New York City along the New York State Thruway. Biskelhausen, you probably know, you're from New York City, so you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're taking 87 or 287, it all kind of converges right and at the tip of New Jersey and New York, kind of just south of the Woodbury Commons outlets. So this is based off of that rail yard, and that rail yard has a lot of passenger operation. I believe New Jersey Transit uses it as a storage yard. There's also freight operations out of there as well. It's the Metro North. I think it's New Jersey Transit. It's on the west side of the Hudson, so it's the Metro North, but it's the whatever their west side operations are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's New Jersey Transit. I drive past it, but I never have had the time to like stop and look and take photos or anything like that. But I built it just looking at Google Earth. Let's take some of these trailers. Google Earth and Street View and stuff like that. It's not built track for track or anything like that. It's just kind of more of a, just kind of like based off of that. I'm gonna grab some of these guys because they're all really nice. And then I'm going to add a couple other passenger depots or passenger stations heading towards the other end of this route so that there could be some local passenger operations. I'm not a huge fan of passenger operations, but I like them to kind of give freight operations like a reason to get out of the way, basically, because passenger trains always have the right of way, usually. So you got freight trains have to take a siding or something like that. It just adds a little bit more operational diversity, I think. So I like that. Let's plant a couple of these guys. N scale. Yeah, I used to model in N scale as well. What's your theme gonna be? I used to do the main central in N scale. I talked about that in a previous stream. I still have all my N scale stuff too. It's actually in the closet, tucked behind me. So I might have to rig something together at some point. Aaron Hurst, welcome. What's up, Michigan Lions? Welcome. We need to dirty this up. So I found some new, some of this ground texture that I like, and I think it's built in. And you're, no, I shouldn't be showing this off because I'm spoiling my next episode. This is what you get for live streaming in between shooting an episode. Anyway, check this out. It's a little bit more like beat up asphalt, and this is the type of stuff that I've talked about, that I've seen in like City Skylines videos that a lot of these guys use, that are usually decals, but we don't have decals in this game. So to get stuff like these drainage pipes and these cracks and stuff like that, you have to actually have it built into the texture. So somebody actually made these, and if you do it right, you could blend them pretty nicely, and get really, really nice effects. You don't want to blend that. Wow, Bisquelhausen, that sounds... That's an ambitious route plan, I think, for your N scale. Are you... For some reason in my head, I'm picturing like a small layout because that's all I've ever been able to build. But you're talking like a large scale operation there. It's pretty cool. I wish I had the space for that. I don't even have the space for like a diorama right now. Let's add some of this. Can we put that guy there? That's cool. And then let's put another one of these guys over here with the drain cap thing. And then we'll blend this in. Yeah, these textures are really nice. Definitely roughens up the look of the area with the cracks and the tar lines and stuff like that. I really, really, really like that. And to kind of blend it with the regular asphalt textures and stuff is... You get a pretty good look, pretty good effect. Yeah, that's quite the quite the collection you got there. I only have main central N scale stuff. I have some HO scale stuff, mostly Conrail and Penn Central. I don't really have much because definitely don't have the space for an HO anything. I actually have my diorama that I built when I was living in Brooklyn. Brought it up with me. I didn't disassemble it. It's only like 2 or 3 feet long, but I have no idea where I'm gonna put it in this place. Like I have, you know, a decent sized house right now, but all the space is currently occupied. And this room that I'm, you know, made my gaming room is pretty small. I mean, but you're pretty much looking at the whole, I could touch the walls on either side of me, you know, this is it. So there's no real room for a layout or anything in here. Excuse me. I also don't really have the money for any N scale or HO scale stuff right now. I'd like to get back into it eventually, or just use what I have and build something, but I'm still a little ways off from that. All right, where's my newspaper? Let's see. Gotta dirty up this place. Throw some newspapers scattered around. And then there's a folded one, which looks kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace this Trek too. Alright, what else do we need in here? There needs to be... I guess maybe we could put some parking stripes in here too. Splines. Parking strip spline. Maybe we'll... Hey. Parking strip spline. Take me there. There we go. Let's see, do I have a grid that I can work with? I do. Let's just put a few... Like, this is going to be, like, sort of excess storage and space for workers to park for these warehouses. I think there's parking bumper, too. Parking bumper spline, yeah. So let's see, so that I can add a little bit more of a division. Of course, these don't line up. What do? Could kind of do something like this. Oh my gosh, alright, let's not do that. Let's just, I think they, this is gonna be annoying too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm not doing this. This is just absurd. I can't, because I'm not going to do just this one row. Go away. So we're not going to do those bumpers. So hot in this room right now. It's alright, I'll survive. This hat's not helping me though, I'll tell you that, but my hair is a disaster, so I can't, I'm afraid to take it off. Let's line this up to this. And then we'll throw a couple parked cars in here too. Is that gonna make sense? Yeah, why not? I wanted 2 rows. You know what? Let's just do it. I got it. Oops. We're gonna do it. Where are we lined up to that? Okay. Parking bumper. I just need to have 1, 2, 3. Hello. I know I've lined up the splines before, but that's also kind of a pain. We gotta rotate these. So what I'm gonna do is, no, whoa. I'm gonna bring the other spline closer once I get these lined up. So that it's kind of like head-to-head parking, I guess. And then we'll throw down a couple of cars. And I'm not too concerned about having these like perfectly straight because it adds a little bit of chaos to it, because these things are never perfectly lined up. They're always a little tiny bit off. I guess the benefit of doing this instead of the spline is that the spline would be like beeping at me and telling me that I can't put one spline on top of another spline and whatever, and then I get that error message that pops up about 400 times in every video that I make because I always forget to turn it off. But that's okay. Alright, that's good. And then we can bring this over. And then we'll add some cars and see how this looks. Just make sure this is lined up. Yeah. Cool. It's lined up enough. So now I gotta find some cars, which I always have a hard time finding halfway decent cars. There's a lot of European cars, and then there's a lot of like 1930s and 1940s cars. So let's add this guy. I don't know why there's that pinwheel over top of the asset list. This game is acting so bizarre today. So bizarre. Let's add some pickups. I wish there was more pickup trucks too. There's got to be some more on the download station. I need to look because all I ever see is just this one and then the other one that is like built in. Those are the only pickup trucks that I see. I want like a better variety. Like a station wagon. I always love putting the station wagon in there. I think that's kind of fun. What other cars? You need more pickup trucks because we're modeling railroad operations, and railroad guys, they drive pickup trucks. They don't drive two-door sedans. Maybe they drive a sports car later in life after they've made a lot of money, but and they go through their midlife crisis. But for the most part, they're driving pickup trucks. They ain't driving like these dad cars. even though that's probably who they are. They are dads. They're working for a living, working for the railroad. The Dadmobile. All right, let's take a look. We could, in theory, do another one. Can I copy this? Will this copy a spline? And will it copy it correctly? Track. I'll leave that selected. I'm going to say that this is not going to work properly. Or I won't be able to line it up properly. Something is not going to work. Oh! Well, yeah, I was right about one thing. I can't line it up properly. But let's undo that and then rotate it and put it down so that it's looks a little bit different. But what I can do, and this seems counterproductive, is delete this and then repaste it. And I think that's going to be the way to just to keep it lined up, because I don't want them like misaligned. And we'll paste this and rotate it back the other way. And we'll put that there. My wife is texting me. 1 second. All right. Take another sip. I'm getting low on my seltzer here. Running out. All right, so we got that. I like that. That's cool. What I will do is delete a couple of these guys. Maybe the red one, since he sticks out. And the sports car. And we'll just replace the truck. Oh, why did one spline not show up? Interesting. Well, that's easy enough to fix. We'll just put another guy here. Maybe I deleted that by accident. I just didn't notice. Alright, so we are back in business with that. Do one over here. Cool. Alright, perfect. Yes! Alright, now we got a little parking lot. Now, I feel like... Well, I gotta replace this road first. Let's get rid of this road. Alright, I gotta figure out what I use. Double solid parking. I think just double solid with the edge marking. Yeah. So again, we're gonna replace. No, not the power lines. All right, and let's just do it on this section as well, just in case. And then this section and this section. Okay. That, we'll do it over here. Down here. Alright. Project for another day all the way over there. We gotta come down here. And do it here. And we'll do it here. So speaking of Brooklyn, since I'm hearing that in this song right now, funny story. When this was a long time ago, and I have to find the photos because I have photos of this. Down in Brooklyn, there used to be a lot of street running, street trackage. It's all still there, but they don't really use it too much. It's a track that was owned by the New York and Atlantic, formerly South Brooklyn South Brooklyn Railroad Terminal, and wow, that really screwed things up. There were a few different like Brooklyn railroads that operated down in that area, but anyway, they still do some car float operations. The New York New Jersey Railroad, which is now the New York Cross Harbor Railroad, I believe, uses the Bush Terminal Yard, or they used to until recently. They were using it pretty frequently, and the car float, and to get to the car float, or to get to this yard, there was a whole bunch of street trackage. So I'm down there one day in the summer a few years ago, and I'm waiting for a train to show up, trying to do some rail fanning, and there is a film set shooting in one of the warehouses down there. So meanwhile, this is like a really warehousey heavy area. It's all old industrial stuff. Obviously, if there was like a lot of railroad action and stuff. And so there's a film being shot, and having been somebody who worked on film sets, I was kind of curious as to what they were shooting and if I knew anybody on set and stuff like that. So I was kind of hanging out outside of the set and talking to some of the crew. And some of the crew's cars were parked where the railroad, the rails went from the middle of the road off to the side of the road. So the rails went up the middle of the road, and then as it got close to the yard, shifted off to the side to access the yard. And I guess the crew thought that the tracks were not in use, and then they were abandoned. And so this train shows up, and all these cars are parked, but it's a film set. Everybody's working. So the train, the engine pulls right up behind these parked cars that are right on the tracks, literally like was ready to push them, and just lays on the horn for like a good solid 2 or 3 minutes, just let it rip. And then he stopped, and he waited to see if anybody would come out. And of course, it's a film set, so there's noise issues and that sort of thing, so nobody came out. So he just ripped on the horn again and literally got right up to almost touching these cars. Eventually, these guys finally came out from the film set and moved their cars, and I've never seen these kids were so scared. They couldn't believe that that this train was right there. They came out, they looked at the engine, and they were like, "What?" And they jumped in their car and they drove their cars like blocks and blocks and blocks away from the set, like nowhere near, absolutely nowhere near where the train tracks were. I thought that was just the greatest thing, and I was right there, right in front of it with my camera. I gotta see if I can find those photos. I wish I had a video, but this was actually so long ago. It was before, if you can believe it, before the iPhone came out. So the cell phone that I had was just like a little. Actually, I think it was a. What phone did I have back then? It was the Envy. It was I think the Nokia Envy. So that it had a camera on it, and I think it had video too, but it had almost no storage space, so it was pretty much pointless to even try to do anything with. And then back then there was just no data plans or anything like that. So if I took photos, I didn't really have any way to post them or share them or anything like that. But yeah, if I had a video camera, that would have just been amazing to get a capture of. He was not happy. That engineer and that conductor, they were not happy one bit that those cars were there. And I can almost guarantee you that if those guys didn't come out soon enough, he was gonna push him. He was definitely gonna push him. Or tow him. Push him or pull him. Get him out of there. I think it was coming up to like lunchtime. I think that's why he was probably getting really hangry. Wanted to get out. It was like 400 degrees outside. It was a really, really hot day. All right, somebody told me how to connect these properly. I don't know if I remember how to do it. You got to get one of these unmarked ones. 40-foot unmarked. And then, is that right? I don't even know. And then you can kind of connect it in. I don't know, one of you guys emailed me how to do this, and I don't have it handy in front of me. I'm just trying to go off my memory. Something like this. I don't know, I'll have to do this off camera. Leave it for now. Just kind of like partially line it up. You use one-sided unmarked ones, and you make a triangle. Oh, yeah. This does sound familiar. Oh, to actually, now I kind of remember. So I think you use it, like this? You connect this to this. And you connect this to this. And this to this? Is that right? Something like that? That seems like it kind of works. Nobody knows. It's Unreal has some comments on it, but I'm not sure. Do we do this and then this? No, it just wants to make really weird bendy roads. Mass 4449, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Well, this is kind of partially connected, I guess, so that's better than it was. This, oh yeah, if you use you're right, the one side. How do I know? Hold on, let's see, where is it? No, it's 32 foot. 40 foot dashed double. I just want unmarked. There we go, the one side. There we go. That is... Now what? There we go. Alright, that looks more... That looks good. When will needles come out? I'm still testing it right now. I'm hoping very soon, I think. Oh, cool. That definitely worked. It should be out... It should be out soon. Honestly, I don't know. I'm still testing it, and then I have to get my website up with Jointed Rail, and then once I get that finalized, I just haven't had time to sit down and like write up the website and build it the way that I want to. So once that's done, then I'll have a place to host it, and then it'll be live, and then you guys can play on it. I want to get it out because right now it's just kind of like it's just bothering me that I have it. It just feels like a weight on my chest, you know? Like I've got the route, it's basically done. and I could get it out to you guys, but I want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it before I send it out. Because I don't have... If it doesn't work, I don't have the time to, like, troubleshoot everybody's problems and locate missing content and stuff like that. Yeah, I gotta look at that email and see what the triangle technique is, because that just wasn't lining up right for me, but this is fine for now. I'll come back and revisit this. I think I need to add some guardrails here or something like that. I don't know. Fence guardrail. There was a good one. There was a good one somewhere that I was using. This is definitely not it. What else would you call it? Crash barrier? How much will I charge for it? I'm assuming you're asking about, you're asking about needles? Needles is gonna be free. Yeah, this is JR Crash Barrier Style 1. That looks good. So maybe that doesn't make sense with these big gates here. Let's divide this up a little tiny bit. I'm gonna go the whole length of it, and then I'm gonna chop it up. And that way some tractor trailers can kind of pull in. And they'll be blocking the road, I understand, but I mean, this is supposed to be a sort of like an industrial road, so if like a tractor trailer is blocking it, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. I would see that all the time in industrial areas all over the place. Let's just see what this looks like. Yeah, it's going to be blocking the road like by a lot, but maybe... Yeah, he's not gonna... He would pull in, right? If this was a real thing, I would imagine... Let's pretend that that's what the tractor trailers will do. All right, Michigan Rail, thanks for hanging out, and see you in the next one. What am I looking for here? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll delete this, and then we will take this first one and tuck it into the ground. Whoa. And we will make it more gradual. That looks cool, except it's on the wrong side, of course. Why did that flip? Maybe we could just lower this one a little bit. Yeah. Well, the idea of the crash barrier is just to keep vehicles from just pulling into here. Break it up, give it a little bit more of a, like a scenic divider. So let's see, we'll put one, here's what we're gonna do though. If it'll let me. We're gonna open that up. It's only gonna be in a few spots. It's either that or use my median, the median one that I use all the time. And I kind of want to just try something different for once. Delete that. 1, 2. And then we're just gonna blend it nicely. That looks good. We will delete this one. And then we're going to blend it here too. Yeah, truck driver's nightmare indeed. I used to drive trucks in the city, and I used to deal with this kind of crap all the time. Where you try to pull into a place and it's like, why did they put this here? Why did they build this guardrail here, or whatever this is? Telephone pole. It was always like a telephone pole or a light post or something like that. Like right on the edge, right where you would clip it. And you could always see, you gotta always see all the damage from past truck drivers that that couldn't make the turn properly, or, you know, you just can't see. There's only so much you could see in those big trucks. Yeah, whoop. Too far. So that looks kind of cool. That divides it out a little bit. We could add some street lights and stuff. Would also help. Yeah, you guys are right. You're right. I know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't bring in tractor trailers here. Maybe they use smaller delivery trucks. Like, let's see if that even comes up in here. Sort of like the UPS trucks. What is this? Or something like this. You know, it doesn't have to be these big 54-foot tractor trailers. Like something like this would have no problem coming out of here and making that turn. Or, you know, vice versa, pulling in. In fact, I might even put one here just to indicate. How do I want them to be? Do I want them to be like half? I can't have them halfway out of the building because the garage is closed. We'll just have them like this. Maybe we'll even have him turning a little tiny bit, like he's pulling out. Oh, that was close. Close call. Yeah, something like that, or like the like a UPS truck or something, which I don't know if I have any built in here or downloaded. Yes, could be something like this, like these guys. Grabbing that tree, apparently. Something like that would be, you know, that would work. And even, you know what? Maybe I'll even just put one or two over here just to give that effect. Yeah, I think on the other side of this is, oh, maybe not on this building. It's supposed to look like, I have an abandoned track here, so it's supposed to look like they used to get boxcar deliveries here. So this is abandoned. These ones down here do have the loading bays, though, for boxcar deliveries, freight car deliveries. Paul Scribbins says hi. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the stream. How's everything going? So let's see. We need to add some pavement over here as well. Sometimes I feel like I waste too much time, like, on the backs of buildings and stuff that you're not going to see too often, but I don't know. It feels like a waste of time, and then when I go to operate or something like that, it feels a million times better, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe that was actually worth it, because now I actually have a sense of place and you know, it's got a lived-in feel and that sort of thing. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Mix that up with a little bit more light-colored stuff. Cool. We can add, maybe we could put a fence over here to divide out these two parking lots, these two businesses. So, go to my trusty fences. Razor wire, barbed wire. Right now we are in Juniata yard. We started off working outside of Mill Creek on the main line, and then I got bored doing mainline stuff, and I wanted to build parking lots. So here we are. You know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the, sometimes you see guardrails actually dividing out these various businesses. So I will, I'm going to use that actually. I can't see with this microphone right in my face. So that's cool. And then we're gonna also transition it. Even though I'm not sure that that would be like that, but let's do this too. I need... am I gonna be able to find it on here? Why is this pinwheel here? This is driving me nuts. Can't see anything. Oh, I'm in splines, aren't I? I had a, I used it in needles. I don't remember if it was called chevrons or, what. Like, kind of like those yellow, kind of like a chevron. I'm pretty sure I got them from JR also. JR 76 sign? Nope. Close clearance. I just need something to warn that their construction barrier. Maybe I didn't. I might not have downloaded them in here. I think I had them on needles, so I might have. I'm just like getting my assets all mixed up here. I could load up needles and then just take a look at what it is, but then if it's not here and then I gotta download it and figure out where I got it from, that's gonna be a pain. Railroad sign. T intersection, I think. Road sign, trying. This is all European stuff. Truck crossing would be a good sign to throw out here, though. Somewhere down here. You know, all these little... I don't know what that just did. Oops. All these little details just... They add up, and it makes a huge difference later on when you're trying to operate, just to see all this little stuff that, you know, normally you don't notice day to day, you know? This isn't stuff that you really pay too much attention to, but yeah, these are all good signs I need to use. Pavement ends. Farm machinery, do not enter. Deer, crossroad, chevron left. I can't make use of that. Is there like a warning sign, maybe? Sorry, now I'm like hung up on trying to get this. I'm probably boring you guys. I see we're losing viewers, dropping like flies. It's alright. I guess I'll have to just revisit this. Unless somebody knows the sign off the top of their head. I thought it was a chevron, but it's It's not coming up. This is what I want, basically. But in yellow. Black and yellow. Not white and yellow. I've never seen a white and black. I've never seen one like that. Alright, well. Alright, Sean Dean, thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon. Alright, let's add some parking stripes, I think, up here. Cool, got that there. I gotta change out this road too. I guess this isn't too bad. This is a yarn road as well. This is like I drew inspiration from Brooklyn with this sort of look where the tractor trailer's parked on the side of a dead-end road and then the freight yard right behind it with the crash barrier there. Actually, I'm gonna replace this with the ones that I've been using. Bridge warning, yeah, I should add that too. Let's throw that there. Perfect. Oh no! I drove right into it. Didn't you see me put it there? Alright, so yeah, sign. Go back here. Bridge. Sign, bridge. Where were the ones I was just looking at? These ones. Alright, so road sign. Dead end might be a good one to throw over here. Wherever that dead end is. There we go. Booyah! We should probably fence off this area too. Separate it out a little tiny bit. Let's do that quick. Whoa. So this is another thing that's been happening to me. I go to select something out of my pick list, and it's usually splines for the most part, and it gives me the right name, but the asset that it pulls up is not the correct asset. Like, I think this time it might have happened because, because I had the search thing, but how to delete? It's like I'd have it selected, and then I go to draw out whatever I'm trying to do, and then it's just a totally different, incorrect asset. That looks nice. You know what? Hold on. Let me do a save. I'm gonna open up Needles really quick, and then just look up what that asset is, because it's just gonna drive me nuts. Let me switch to. I'm just gonna put up this card for a second, and hopefully I don't end up crashing something by doing this. And I'm gonna just open up Needles quickly and figure out what that asset is, what it's called. And I'm almost willing to bet that I don't have it installed, is probably the issue. And I'm probably gonna wrap up this stream in about 20 minutes, maybe around 9 o'clock, so I can, so I'm not up super late again. Gotta get up early tomorrow. go to work. Oh, this is super laggy. Oh, I should not be running 2 Trains games at the same time and then live streaming. This is just asking for trouble. Alright. It is... Hazard Near Road Left is the name of it. So let's go back to Tane. All right, let's see. Hazard. Yes, I do have it in Tane. Perfect. Now, there is a certain way that these are supposed to be angled, and I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to go away? That's what I'm looking for. I think that that's the angle that it's supposed to go to. So we'll throw one right here so people don't drive into the fence. And then we're gonna put one over here. Now I don't know, should it face... I don't know if it should face that way, or... I guess it should face the road. The direction of traffic. And we'll throw one on the other side too. They would probably be almost back to back. In fact, I'm willing to bet that if this was real life, they would be mounted to the same post. Get that just right. Yeah. Cool. Now that looks better. And let's put one on the back side of this one too. Chat is pretty quiet, guys. What's happening? Falling asleep? I don't blame you. I'm sorry. Perfect. Alrighty, so that's that. And we would probably have Awesome Studios says hi. What's up, Awesome Studios? Tyler's back. Midwest Rail Productions. Alright, so what I need to do is, that's fine, I don't mind that. This guy needs a parking lot. Ground textures. Go to this street stuff here. This is the one that I want. You went to Maryland and came back in a matter of an hour? It's impressive. Alright, so then we're going to do that, and then we're going to mix it up. Blend it. Add some of this. Really liking these lately. Oh, I like this song. It's a good song. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this week, guys, I'm going to try my hardest. Well, I'll have an episode for you by Friday. I'm going to try my hardest to get some work done on the website so that I can get Needles uploaded sometime very soon and get that off of my plate and get that off my back. I don't have to think about that anymore. And then once I have that done, it'll be a nice platform for me to kind of do some blog posts and stuff like that. So if I can't make a video like the last couple of months, I'll be able to just, you know, do like a blog post and tell you guys what's up and what I've been working on and what I have planned and that sort of thing. Just to kind of stay in front of my audience, so to speak. That's one thing that I heard was very important, especially like when I was starting my my own business, my photography business, is stay in front of your audience as much as possible, because if I'm not tweeting or if I'm not making videos or live streams or something like that, that's why I'm doing these live streams in lieu of videos. If I'm not doing something like that, people will forget about you, and then you lose your audience, you lose your fan base. And I definitely don't want to do that. I want to keep you guys around and get some more around, because this is a lot of fun. But doing these live streams is my way of staying in front of my audience during the time when I am not able to do normal videos. And I'm getting more text messages. 1 second. All right. So, all right, we got some of that. This whole area needs a lot of work. Lots and lots of work. But we're getting there. We're slowly building on the back side here. That wouldn't be like that. We need more parking spaces, methinks. Probably all of this would be parking. And just ignore the fact that there's a big garage door right there. I was clipping these buildings together to kind of kit bash them a little tiny bit. And hoping that nobody would ever notice that. All right. So I gotta break this up a little tiny bit, because you wouldn't have parking right in front of a door. So we'll break it up a little bit. Put one here, break here, and a break there. Break here and here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not an exact science. I don't want it to be perfect. You gotta get a little sloppy. The real world is a sloppy, unmade mess for the most part, so the best way to recreate that kind of look is just to have that same kind of attitude when you're building. And I will throw some cars in here too. Some cars and trucks. Where are we? We are behind Juniata Yard. This is Juniata right here. So we will do... We're going to add another crash barrier here. And I think... Oh, it's got a big garage door there. We'll go about that far. That's a huge garage door. That would be like... I don't know. Huge tractor trailers going in and out of there, I guess. Let's see. We will make that about that far. Yeah, I'm really anxious to get this done, this phase 1 done as well. Not just needles and get that out to you. I really want to get phase 1 done because I'm really excited to get started on phase 2. There's a lot of stuff that I've got to build in phase 2, and I'm really looking forward to getting started on that, but I think I'm still a little ways off from actually getting that done. But we'll see. I mean, maybe Maybe I'll get more done in phase 1 faster than I expect. Once I can finally get back into a good routine of doing some work every night. I haven't been able to do any work on any of my maps really in between videos at all because of just everything. So I haven't touched the P&B. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I started recording the next episode of the P&B, so I did some work with that. But other than that, the last time I was able to work on the P&B was our last live stream. So I haven't really been doing any work in between videos, or in between live streams. That is going to change pretty soon. I am going to incorporate that back into my schedule again. I'd like to try to sit down and do about an hour's worth of work every night. Usually before I go to bed is not a bad time, after dinner, and kind of hang out with the wife for a bit. And then I could sit down and work for a little tiny bit. What am I hearing? Hold on one second. I don't know if there's a dog barking outside of my window or what in the world I was hearing. This is like just the weirdest noise. Alright, what am I doing here? We would need to put some cars in here. Maybe another row of parking would be good. These are pretty big buildings, so I would imagine that there's probably a lot of people working here. So we shall do that. We'll put a line of parking here. I don't want to go all the way down. Go to here. What is that? Are those shadows? Huh. Interesting that the train cars are casting shadows below the world? Well, I don't even understand that at all. This game has got so many weird bugs sometimes that it's just like, why? What is this? Doesn't make any sense. Alright, and now I think that there's like blocks of cars that I can use, so I don't have to put down like a million individual cars. I forgot what they call it. A car... car group. That's it. Where'd you go? Come back. Square. And I've got a feeling that this is not going to line up perfectly, but if it'll save me a little bit of time, then I'm all for it. And I don't usually do this. I usually place down all my cars individually, but sometimes it's just easier to just use some of this, and if I need to cover a large area. The only problem is that these don't always line up exactly right, so sometimes you have to kind of play with the spline a little bit. That's not bad. I can live with that. And then we'll do another one right here. The other reason I like to place them down individually is sometimes I like to put cars, you know, that they backed in, or they parked on an angle like a jerk, or, you know, just to mix it up a little bit. But we're behind these buildings here, so really you're going to be focused over here when you're operating. So I'm not terribly concerned about how the cars are set up here, but it's good to have them at least halfway decent. Let's see, let's grab this group. And then, can I fit them here? Is that going to be too many? Too many. So I might have to put individual cars there, but that's okay. Let's put a group over here too. Oh, we're blocking a door there. What if we did this? Tweak it. We're gonna tweak it. Because I said so. Do that. Delete the middle. And it still kind of looks like a parking spot in the middle, I guess, but whatever. I could Let's do this. Oh, I connected them, didn't I? Let's do this. I am gonna put down one of these stripes. Yeah, these airport markings. So I will use a yellow one. .9, .4. So this would just be to like indicate, do not park there. And that one car is super close, but it's fine. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Now I feel like I need to do that all over the place, but that's fine. All right, what else can we do here? I feel like we could add like a dumpster. And I think I'm gonna add some streetlights too. I don't remember which dumpster I usually use. I think I like to use the ones that you could see all the garbage kind of like hanging out of it. And we'll put that over here. And I'm going to add that to my pick list too, actually. And what is this? Dumpster wood chips. These are good too, actually. I don't think I realized that I had this. I like these big containers, and I don't know if there's any empty ones, but these are super cool, in my opinion, for putting like in places like this. Just off to the side. Like, you see those things everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I'm gonna add that to my pick list too. And I want derelict. And we'll throw some garbage around. My favorite thing to do. Throw a little bit of garbage. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And I think, I should add some shrubs or, some vegetation back here. That's what I'm trying to say. Grassy. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think I need to make this road into like a no traffic road or whatever. All right, that's looking kind of cool. Oh, streetlights, and then I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I forgot which ones I was using in the past. Ugh. Stinking pick lists disappearing on me. I have to like look at these all over again. I think this is what I was using. And we'll throw one like over here. Should look pretty cool at nighttime. I like these kind of like abandoned alleyways sort of looking spots. What's number 6? I also like the different color lights, like I like the orange ones, the sodium vapor ones. I really like those for industrial areas, but it's hard to tell which ones are which without actually switching it over to nighttime. And I don't want to switch it to nighttime because you guys aren't going to be able to see anything. It's YouTube, how it compresses everything. So that's that. Maybe we'll throw one over here too. Let's put them in the corner. And streetlights are also one of those things that sometimes they just are not in places that really make a whole lot of sense. Like, you know, it's just kind of thrown into a spot. Sometimes you'll see streetlights just like randomly in the middle of nowhere. I actually am going to go into night mode because I want an orange one. Environment. Let's see. I know you guys are probably not going to be able to see too much. I just want to see what the colors of these are. Since my pick lists disappeared, and I don't know what sodium vapor lights I was using. So I have to find them all over again. That's just a lamp head. Not that one. This one says yellow. Yeah, I like that. That's... See, and I like that it looks old too. Like it was, you know, built in like the 80s or the late 70s, and nobody's ever changed it. It's just been there forever. Let's put another one. I kind of like I really like it when it's just one. There's always just like one oddball one just like chilling out. So I think we're gonna stick with that. Maybe we'll throw a couple more of these other ones. Oh, did that just do that? Is this a new feature in SP2? If you, So if you use the Get Object tool and you hover your mouse over top of an object, it tells you the name of it. Now that is cool. I mean, that's only really useful for like you guys, like if you're wondering what the name of some of these assets are that I'm using. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. You're watching 2 streams? Well, you got 2 eyes. You can watch one with each eye. But that was a dad joke, wasn't it? I can't be doing that. We'll put one over here, too. You can get pick lists by right-clicking. How? What do you mean? By right-clicking? Oh! What? Get to pick list. But what does that do now? Let me make it daytime again so we can actually see what's going on. So what does this allow me to do then? Does it just... Oh, it adds it right to the pick list. Oh. How do I remove stuff from pick lists? Just drag it out, okay. Aha, that's kind of handy. If I was just to sit and make a huge pick list, that would definitely be the way to do it. I do like that. So what do I do? Right click to, okay, right click to change it back. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me. I actually have not had dinner yet, and I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here, and then catch up with you guys next time. I will not be doing a live stream next Sunday because I'm gonna be out of town again. I'm planning on going camping next weekend, so nice trip up to the Adirondacks. It'll be fun, get some fresh air and get outside and hang around a campfire and stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. But I will have a P&B episode up this Friday, and hopefully another one next week, and then maybe another stream again soon. I don't know if there's a way to schedule a stream so that it like alerts you that there's gonna be one soon, like on YouTube. But just keep an eye on my Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter, and I try to put out a snap or a tweet or something like that to alert anybody that I will be streaming. I'm probably not going to do any more stream announcement videos because most of you guys are following me some other place, so that's the best way to reach you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this Sunday night. And I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I always love hearing your feedback. So I will see you guys very soon. I'm trying to find like a good spot to just like leave you off. Let's just hang out over here. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Enjoy your summer vacation. Enjoy your week. Have a happy Monday, and all that other good stuff. All right, until next time. Bye bye.